There he is, Richie Longshots. Oh, got the Christmas tree up already. Got the Liberty
Not
swag on.
not
Got
my
the
choice with the
trucker
Christmas
headset.
tree.
Got the trucker headset on. You're looking good tonight. All right, you already kind of teased me a little bit about how many times I'm going to mention my background. You have the over 6.5 times for this show. So here's number
Yeah.
4.
Yep. There we go. So we'll need one
So
more with Kyle and one more at the end.
what I'm going to tease you about is the over under for the length of your schedule for your segment. Your schedule for like 12 minutes. I think the shortest we've ever done this is 22 minutes. So you're on the clock, my friend. What do you got for Liberty this week? Give us all your picks. How you feeling? What's going on? Update us about everything in your life and give us your picks in less than 12 minutes and I'm a winner.
All right. So first things first. Things were going great up until about 2 hours ago. Saturday was incredible. I was sitting in a Philadelphia sports bar surrounded by a bunch of sad Philadelphia Union fans and sad Philadelphia Phillies fans while I was standing on the chair at a bar singing Fan the Flames. It was incredible. We went 3-2 last week, but in that 3-2, I gave out. I said on this show a week ago, I said, if you're going to bet Liberty money line and the under. That paid out almost 11-1. And if you're like someone like me, and you did bet that, it saved the week. To get 11-1 on anything is always awesome. It had a good week with 3-2, but to have a side bet where I hit for a pretty penny was an awesome way to start Saturday. Had a good betting day on Sunday. Went 3-0 single college basketball games yesterday. I'm starting to feel a little juju. Things are moving in the right direction. I'm feeling myself a little bit.
All this after just taking an absolute thrashing on Twitter for telling people to take Alabama.
Oh,
Explain yourself.
oh,
Explain yourself.
oh. So for those who don't know, lines move when news comes out. And a football number like 14, I don't, if it's great, but if you can get 14 and a half, you're sitting there like, all right, I just lost by 2 touchdowns, but I ended up covering with that half a point. So the Liberty line was at 14. And I saw the rumors that JB was going to be out, which I didn't fully buy. And I crack a joke like many others did. And I just said, hey, now's the time to get Arkansas 14 because that line's going to move. And you would have thought I was converting to another religion with the attacks on my character. People were like tweeting John, like tattletaling on me. Like, guys, they don't bring me on here to just go, yep, bet Liberty. Because guess who's 1-4 this year against the spread as a favorite? Liberty is. So yeah, I even said I'm not taking the spread. I'm taking the over under on Liberty games for the rest of the year. I've retired from the point spread. I've retired from money line. It is on this show. I am giving you Liberty over unders, and that's it. And oh my goodness! And then in the middle of the game, we're up 14-0, and I don't getting chirped. Like we're beating an SEC team, and people are worried about my losing bets. Oh, joke's on you. I won over $1,000 on Saturday because of my bets. So
So
what I make a joke and people just going bananas.
So if you win $1,000, what you're telling me is you can afford a different headset. That sounds wonderful. All right,
Yeah.
what do you got this week?
All right. So this week we'll kick things off. Jumping into Tulsa, Memphis. I like Memphis at home. Memphis has lost to a lot of pretty good teams: UCF, Tulane, ECU, Houston. They've had better losses in those games to Tulsa. Memphis flirting with, I think they are bowl eligible now. They're either at 5 or 6 wins, but I like this game within a touchdown. I saw 6.5, jumping all over that. Our game Saturday against UConn. Right now, Liberty's a minus 14.5, but like I just said, Liberty were 1-4 this year's favorites against the spread. That's not ideal. And UConn's got a bang up defense. In the last month, they've only allowed more than 20 points. I don't think they've allowed more than 20 points, maybe 20 or 21, but they haven't played a bunch of great teams, but they've shut down the teams that they have played. I think Liberty wins this game. I personally think they cover, but again, 1-4, it's hard to bet that. And again, I'm retired from Liberty point spreads. I could see this game being 28-14, 28-17, and you're still flirting with it. Maybe even 17-3, 21-3. I do think our defense is going to shut them down. They're going to hold them to 10 points or less. And at that point, how many points are we going to score? So 35-10, and we still catch that under there. Next up, Alabama Ole Miss. I think this is going to be a game where Nick Saban is fired up. He has been hearing Feinbaum saying this is the worst coaching job ever. He is going to play for 60 minutes with his entire starting offense, and Lane Kiffin is going to play for 60 minutes, regardless what the score is. Alabama could be up 58-0, and Lane Kiffin is going to be like, yeah, we're going to go get 7 with 35 seconds to go. They're going to try to score points. So I'd rather be on the right side of that. Alabama LSU last week was a game in the 30s. Also, shout out to me. I had LSU money line. I was just compounding wins last week. After that, La Tech, UTSA. A little shout out to our future Conference USA mates. A little ESPN Plus afternoon game. UTSA. Let me pull up my notes here. They housed La Tech last year, and I think the game was at La Tech. They score a ton of points. I don't think La Tech's going to be able to keep up, so I see this being a 3-touchdown game. UTSA just seems like a team better at home. La Tech, I think they're 3-6. They're probably in that. All right, we're out of it. UTSA playing for a potential conference championship game, playing to increase their bowl status. I think they're already at 7 wins. And last but not least, we are on to Washington, Oregon. The legend of Bo Nix. Bo Nix is going to he's going to find himself in New York City in the Heisman discussion if they keep this up. And Oregon, if they win out, they're going to go to the college football playoffs. As long as they don't screw up along the way. They had a bad week 1 against Georgia, absolutely, but that was week 1. And I'm not a big believer in holding teams completely accountable for what happens in week 1. I'm a big, what are you doing now? What have you shown the committee since then? And don't get me started on the committee, because I have to self-censor myself right now. I'm going to say something regrettable. I'm going to say something cancelable, and I don't think it's in everyone's best interest for me to do that right now.
Keep it together. You're doing good. Keep it
I didn't. Let me just get a sip of my lemon mint water, by the way.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm going to comment on your Alabama Ole Miss pick over 63.5.
Yeah.
How many times have you been sitting there during you said 58-0 game, and you're wondering what that coach is thinking? Like, do I just get off the field? This is embarrassing. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And you are so spot on with Lane Kiffin saying, heck with it. Let's score as many as we can. And I love that take. And I want to be on the over just for that reason, because you're always trying to get in that coach's brain. Like, is he embarrassed? Does he want to get out of here? Or is he just trying to stick it to the man, not let Nick get a shutout? I'm with you. I'm totally with you on that over.
And another angle, you don't think this is Lane Kiffin's audition for the Auburn game? The Auburn job? Like, let's be real for a minute. If he goes in and hangs with Bama 45-42, pretty sure he's going to get a call from Auburn. Sorry, I keep looking up. I have Eastern Michigan minus a touchdown. They're up 10 right now against our old foe, Akron. So I got my eyes all over the place.
So congratulations on getting through this pretty quickly.
Thank
I got
you.
no other questions except for when you're coming to campus here in 13 days or so.
Yeah.
What do you expect to see at Liberty? What do you expect to see that has changed? How do you anticipate whenever you see the crowd for the first time, a full stadium that is on fire with Hugh Freeze on the sidelines calling plays? Are you so pumped to see that? And do you have like expectations? Or are you just like, I think everything you've ever thought about Liberty is about to change here in a few weeks. Are you excited about that?
I'm so excited. Chad, I don't know if your dorm was similar to mine or those out there watching, but we used to have like one prayer group meeting a year that would go to like IHOP or Buffalo Wild Wings, and I would just look forward to that. I'd sit through everything, and I was like, just get me to this prayer group meeting where we can go to Buffalo Wild Wings and IHOP and eat on the prayer leader's dime. Like, that's all I looked forward to. And this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm equating the Virginia Tech game to. Like, I'm so fired up. I'm so glad. I was going to go to UConn this weekend, but schedule change, and I was able to make Virginia Tech work. So I'm just excited. I saw a campus. I was at the ASON championship game right before COVID in 2020. So fine. I saw the campus, saw the hosh posh. I'm not a student anymore, so I couldn't care less what the library looks like. Couldn't care less what the LaHaye Student Center looks like. Could not care less about any of that. There's a bowling alley. Great. I'm not there to use it, so I don't care. However, I am there to see a football game. And I am there to be a football fan and a basketball fan. So I'm excited to go to the Liberty Arena Friday night and check that out and see that team, coming off big game against Alabama. I think there's a midweek game in between as well. But just to see the stadium, see the upgrades. I haven't been there in probably 6 years. So to be there for a big opponent like Virginia Tech, to meet so many of you that we've been chatting with on Twitter, those who have been heckling me, those who have been supportive. It's just going to be great to get out there. I hear there's going to be Chick-fil-A at the tailgate, and I'm excited to just get out there, be in the crowd, and get my cheer on and just check it all out. And do they have Annie Ann's at the they do Annie Ann's at the stadium or no?
I can't remember. I'm not a big. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not a big Annie Ann's fan, but no, I don't think so. Not anymore. Yes to Annie Ann's, John says in the chat.
Yes!
So yes, they do. Here's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the tailgate on Saturday morning.
Yep.
It's only going to be, it's a noon game, so we're only going to have a couple hours, and we're going to have providing coffee to anybody who wants to stop by. I'm looking forward to how many people are going to come up to you and give you their Venmo and say, "Hey, you owe me like $300 because your picks have just absolutely stunk." So I'm looking to how many people are going to try to.
Producer Nick, put the graphic up. Put it up. What's that year to date say at the bottom?
24 and 26. Okay,
that's four. That's just around 48%. A little under 48%. People act like I wake up in the morning and I accidentally chew on my Apple Watch instead of brushing my teeth. Like, you look at what the bear is on College Game Day, significantly less than 47.8%. Like,
yeah, it's not easy to pick against the spread. There's only
no.
48% got Trump elected. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but yeah. I mean, if I were if I were shooting three, here's my goal. What's Darius shoot from three?
43. John's going to correct me, but I think it's around 43, 44.
Good. If I'm hovering at a good 3-point shooter percentile, this is good. Also, don't follow my picks if you think I'm an idiot. Like, if we're this far into it and you're heckling me on Twitter and you continue to follow my picks, you're an idiot. You're an absolute baboon. Like,
okay, you're gonna have to deal with these people in about 13 days, and I'm really looking forward to it. All right, hey man, appreciate all you do. So listen,
thank you for having me on.
I'm gonna take up for my guy here for a minute. Yes, he's giving picks. Yes, he's having fun with this. But the reason he's a part of this podcast and the reason he's a good friend of mine and a big part of what we do here on Twitter and everything else is because he is purely entertaining and he loves the Flames. You have those two things. You're purely entertaining and you love the Flames. And so everybody, there you go. Flames football Saturday.
I tried to set this up in my background, but then I was like, I stole this like I did the recycling cans, so I don't need to add any more to my rap sheet.
Yeah, so anybody that is chirping him about his pick for
no, it's all good. Keep it going. I think it's funny.
Okay, good deal, man. Hey, good luck to you, and we will see you in a couple weeks. Really looking forward to it.
Can't wait.